Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Kevin Roosa, the Director of Sales here with Right Networks. And what we're going to do today is walk you guys through, first of all, who Right Networks is, what we do, who we serve, what problems we solve, and what solutions we provide, as well as accessing the Right Networks environment in general. We'll do a first-hand look at logging into the hosted interface, accessing applications, and how you actually utilize our service. And the last thing we'll look at is our My Account self-service portal overview, which really highlights how you administer your entire subscription with us and actually handle your overall customer experience with Right Networks. We are a technology company that is 100% accounting focused in the industry. So we service accounting firms and their clients and offer cloud-based hosting solutions to both there. So 3,000 accounting firms really underneath our umbrella that we service on a regular basis, and it encompasses about 165,000 users. So definitely doing this on a very large scale and something we absolutely specialize in. A lot of help from there is strategic partnerships with Intuit, CCH, Wolters Kluwer, and Thomson Reuters. So we don't look at these guys as just vendors. We create a partnership and an integrated relationship with them to make sure our customers are getting the best customer service and experience when utilizing our platforms. And that leads into a deep industry experience and knowledge required to provide best-in-class cloud solutions. You have to know technology, you have to know applications, and you have to know your customers. So if we are, stating we're 100% accounting focused, we know accounting firms and we know their clients and need to be able to deliver cloud-based solutions efficiently and effectively to these guys and make sure it's rock solid and secure. So part of that is us designing our own virtualization technology that we have patented called HyperWrite. It's also trademarked, and it's technology that we built in-house to really, again, deliver these best-in-class cloud solutions and bring a real differentiator to the marketplace and allow us to scale and deliver these applications in an enterprise-class secure environment for folks. We have, moving on to security, 3 SOC 1 and 2 data centers and 1 disaster recovery site in the United States. These are top tier 4 carrier grade data centers that absolutely mirror each other from across the country. So geographically very diverse with these locations, and really keeping security top notch for the facilities and making sure that your data is stored in the most effective and secure place that we can access here. Moving into the apps, we have 300 plus connected and integrated business applications in our systems. A lot of those integrate with some of the tax softwares we host, as well as the desktop version of QuickBooks in our environment. So those run anywhere from automatic bill pay solutions to document management systems, as well as integrated e-commerce applications, and really a whole plethora of options that are offered there for best-in-class partners that have kind of joined the Right Networks ecosystem and applications that we host for on a regular basis, and make sure we're, again, delivering the best overall customer experience to our clients and our users. I'm now going to walk you through accessing the Right Networks hosted environment right from your local PC. Here you'll see a remote desktop connection icon, which is pretty much built into every PC the last 15 years or so and doesn't require a separate download. And if you're accessing from a Mac, can be downloaded within a minute or so. All you have to do is double click on your icon. Your Right Networks username, if you have it kind of pre-configured in there, will pop up, and then you just enter your password. Here, I have my settings set to full screen so that my hosted desktop actually takes over one of my full monitors, but there's flexibility there in terms of sizing and how you'd like to set it up on your local system. Clicking OK here in our terms and conditions will log me right into the hosted environment. What's happening now is I'm being routed to the next available server at that time and making sure I'm on literally the server with the most amount of resources available at that time to ensure the best customer experience possible. All right, so I've successfully logged into my hosted desktop here. As you can see, it looks like a Windows PC essentially in the cloud. So you have a start menu running across the bottom there. And then I have shortcut icons that I've saved on this specific hosted desktop to allow me to log in and access the business critical applications that I'm hosting with Right Networks. On the left-hand side here, you can see such things as folders with Microsoft products within them, as well as a bunch of different QuickBooks versions and years loaded on this particular desktop. With Scaling New Heights, folks, mostly accessing clients' data within our hosted environment. Typically, they'll have multiple versions of QuickBooks loaded on one particular username and desktop. So they have every available version and year to access multiple clients that might be utilizing different, again, versions and years of QuickBooks there. Moving on, I'm going to show you guys kind of the infrastructure and kind of the drive setup within Right Networks. So here on the left-hand side, you're going to see two specific drives. One is called the H drive, which is a personal drive that is utilized by every user to store any information that they don't want to be shared with other users. So here you could store Word documents, Excel files, spreadsheets on a personal level that you're not looking to collaborate with other employees and or clients within the platform. The second drive is the I drive. Here's where primarily all the QuickBooks databases are stored and any other multi-user access applications and files you'll want to store within this particular directory on the system. From an accounting firm's perspective, I'm logging in as a top-level account of a firm, and you can see I have multiple clients all set up below my particular username. So each client is partitioned off with their own directory so that when clients access the environment and access the systems, they don't see any other clients or have no knowledge of any other clients that are hosted within our platform. But me as the firm user can log in and see a handful of clients that I need to have access to and drive down and drill into each one of their folders and access their particular QuickBooks file within our environment as well too. Moving forward, I'll just launch QuickBooks for everyone so they can see that happening within our systems. As I launch QuickBooks, it should be also noted that everything within both these drives that I've highlighted here, the H and the I drives, are all backed up on a nightly basis, and snapshots are taken literally nightly and held for a rolling 90-day period. So at any point in time, you can go back up to 3 months in the past, reach out to us, and we can restore a file of the specific snapshot we took on that specific day. With QuickBooks now launched behind me, I'm just going to log in here to a sample company file so folks can see the QuickBooks application running in the hosted desktop interface. But surely it looks exactly like the desktop version that will be running on your local system. It just happens to be all stored with us, where we're maintaining the software, backing up the data, and keeping everything secure on our side. The other thing I should mention is printing and scanning is available within the hosted platform. So we utilize third-party applications like TS Print and TS Scan that are installed within the hosted environment that connect to your local printers or scanners within your office. So you literally have the ability to scan documents right from your local setup directly into the hosted environment, as well as print documents directly from Right Networks to any local or network printer that is connected to your system at that time. Here you can see we've logged into QuickBooks, I think 2020 Premier Edition, and essentially it looks exactly as it would on your local desktop. You know, we're going for a look and feel that's very similar to the local desktop because these customers are used to utilizing the desktop version of QuickBooks. So we're not looking to introduce a learning curve there, just make sure they can access their familiar applications within our systems. Again, while we maintain the application, keep it updated on a regular basis, secure, and back up all your data for you as well. After walking through the hosted environment itself, I'm now going to take you through the My Account self-management portal, all access right through the web. So you can either use Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Firefox and log right in and get to a web-based interface that can manage your overall subscription and users and everything with Right Networks. You're going to utilize your same username and password to log into this particular administrative portal. And then here's kind of the user interface overall. Now, each user that logs into this portal does have a specific role. So administrators can obviously make changes, update billing relationships, add users, add applications, where specific users or maybe just client users can really only access and edit their own information and maybe reset their password. So it's all rule-based depending on what role you have that's been set up by the administrator on the account. On the left-hand side, there's going to be a short navigation menu that takes you through really kind of quick hits on self-support, knowledge-based stuff, understanding our environment overall. And then when you get to a new system, you can actually download our setup wizard here, which can scan your local environment, find your QuickBooks files, upload them for you, and also download the remote desktop connection icon that's utilized to access our system. The Manage Files tab allows you to connect local drives and actually move folders and files back and forth from the hosted environment to your local system. So it's very easy to navigate back and forth and transfer specific documents, files, QuickBooks files if you needed to. Nothing's really ever trapped in the hosted environment, so to speak. The last one is remote desktop connection as well, so it can allow you to download the latest remote desktop connection shortcut to your desktop. Moving slightly over to the right here is really just kind of the setup and the outline of my account in general. So I have a top level folder, I have client folders below them, I can add folders through here, and I can also delete folders as well. So this is what creates and is mimicked in the hosted environment in terms of folder access, permissions, and overall directory setup within the system. Just moving left to right through the tabs here. The first one is the Info tab. Underneath this, I can obviously see my updated information, my billing address, who I am, as well as create a new client organization underneath me. So again, keeping the accounting firm within mind here, logging in as a firm, this is where you would create a new client organization and then create the users specific to that client organization as well. And then the parent-child relationship would still exist where the firm as the parent can see all the clients within the system, and then the client themselves are each specific children directories that can only see themselves and again have no knowledge of other clients within the system. Moving to the next tab is where you'll see the users on an account. For this particular account, I only have one user, myself, a test user. You can see if it's been activated, if I actually logged into the system, as well as if I've enabled our multi-factor authentication system, Duo, as well as assigned a package to this particular user, and then my overall role. As account owner, I have the highest privileges in the system. Then there's account admins, down to users, support contacts, about 4 or 5 different roles that can be assigned in the system. Again, all with specific rights within the management portal. From here, I can also add users, delete users, reset passwords, or resend activation emails to any specific users I've created or new clients to make sure I get them to log into the system. And then I can keep a track and an eye on them regarding whether they've activated their account right through this particular column right here. The next tab overall will be your QuickBooks Licensing tab. So here, I don't have any particular licenses loaded on this account, but you can add a license from here, or you can buy or lease a license from us. So Right Networks has competitive rates on buying licenses outright, as well as leasing any versions of QuickBooks Pro, Premier, or Enterprise on a monthly basis if someone doesn't want to commit to an full purchase of the product. The next tab would be Access Management. Within this particular tab, it allows you to grant access or revoke access to specific folders and directories within the system. Again, since this is the test account, there isn't too much within here, but if I had a full list of directories and folders, I could grant and revoke access to any specific users. This comes in handy with staffers that only work on specific clients and don't necessarily need to see all the directories within the environment. You can actually map them specifically to the clients that they work on and make sure they're not seeing things they shouldn't see within the system. The next tab would be Package Add-Ons. So here, this is where you basically have specific users assigned to packages. So we have 3 standard packages: QuickBooks Cloud, Business Cloud, and Application Cloud. And each one comes with a specific set of applications that you can access within the hosted environment or that you're really entitled to run within our hosted environment. For this particular account, I have 15 Application Cloud packages that I've not yet assigned to users. So I have 15 entitlements of Application Cloud that I can assign out to individual users on my account to give them access to the appropriate applications they would need within the Right Networks environment. Next tab is going to be the Billing tab. So from here, you can see kind of just a full outline of all things and everything billing with us. So your current payment method, here you can update that. You can switch your credit card on file, your estimated next bill, your next billing date that's located here as well. And then you also have bill breakdown. Here I only have one specific type of SKU purchased at a quantity of 15, where it gives me the unit price and then gives me the total overall price on a monthly basis. And I have no add-ons or licenses yet purchased from Right Networks. And if I did, those would also appear here in kind of the summary tab. Moving over to back to the Invoices tab, here you're going to see basically a list of all past invoices from Right Networks. So you can always reflect back and pull up an old bill if you needed to, just to reconcile or take a look for historical purposes. The last tab is the Detailed Billing Report tab. This is especially important for firms. This allows you to download a detailed report within Excel that outlines the service and who's utilizing what for the service. And I say this is important to firms because a lot of firms will manage the billing of Right Networks for their clients. So this is what they utilize as a file to make sure or ensure that they're billing the correct amounts to each specific client that's hosting with us. So really just a more detailed breakdown of the overall bill that highlights who's using what and really what price point each user is at based off the application, or I should say the package that they've subscribed to in our environment. The last tab overall is the Events tab. This is a tab that basically is more or less an audit trail within the system. So if any updates are made, if anyone changes anything to user accounts, add packages, updates billing information, really any of the options I just walked you through in any of these tabs, it's all tracked here within the Events tab. You have the ability to search throughout certain dates to make sure that you're looking at the appropriate time frame. But if anybody takes any action within my account, it's all tracked here and can easily be traced back through the Events tab on our system. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. And again, my name is Kevin Roosa, the Director of Sales here with Right Networks. And if you guys saw anything that interested you today or you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I have my email up there, as well as our direct sales line with agents ready to take any questions you guys might have. So thank you so much and have a great day.